Do you mind if I record this? Usually I record my sessions for posterity's sake and for documentation purposes. Or in cases where something goes, well, I'm sure you can imagine. Alright, let's begin. So, tell me, Emily, how has everything been with your family thus far? As per our last session, you mentioned that things weren't going very well between you and your husband.
Don't you dare mention anything about him.
Emily, it's hard for me to get through to you and help you with this if you won't let me talk about it. I understand it was rough on both you and your daughter. I can't even imagine what she's going through right now.
She's fine. She's doing much better without him in her life.
That's actually what I'm worried about. From what you've described to me in the past, it seems like there wasn't a proper explanation to her as to why her father had left. It's difficult for children to go through this kind of stuff, especially when their parents don't end on good terms. Divorce is never easy for a child, and just some simple closure can really help. If you want, you could bring Charlie to me as a patient as well.
No, she's just fine. She doesn't need any more lies being told to her.
Well, what have you been telling her about the whole situation, if I may be so bold?
Well, I've been telling her the truth. That her father is a cold-hearted deadbeat that can't... The amount of... She doesn't need him in her life.
Do you honestly think that telling her that her father is the right thing to do? I mean, for a developing child, that's going to paint him in a very negative light, and she could...
How do you know what's right for my daughter? Everything you've been telling us has been nothing but cold, hard lies. You know what? This session is over.
I suppose this marks the end of the session.